Magic Automa from version 3 introduces the possibility of creating macros with a script. What is the script? Script is a kind of programming language. In the empty part of the form, we right-click with the mouse. Create new scripted macro. Let's give it a name and click on Create. Let's see how the commands concerning the generic workspaces are then in any case in the various playlists of the dedicated workspaces. There will be a tutorial for the scripts for each workspace. A priority script editor of Magic Automa will open for .macroscript files. We have the script storage path. Then we have Open. Save. Save with name. Try the script. Enter command. Insert, click E. Check for errors. Let's enter a command. The list of commands relating to the type of workspace will open. We select Activated Applications and click on Select. You see that the command is entered, and in this case there are no parameters corresponding to the selected command. In fact, for each command, there is an explanation of what the command does. And here the list of parameters related to the command, in this case no parameters. So here just select the command, or if you know the commands, just write them freely. Let's test this script by clicking on Test Macro. We see that the application is activated. Let's enter another command. Insert command. Application maximizes. There are no parameters. We select. We save. And we test. You see that the script is executed. First activate the application and then maximize the window. So understand that here we can write infinite lines. It's the same as going to create a complex macro with multiple lines, but here it's in the form of a script. A script macro has the same interface as a normal macro, except that the normal macro must be edited with the right button, Edit. The scripted macro must be edited with the right-click Edit Script. To enter another command, we insert Minimize. And we will see that now the previous operations have been added, that in the end the application will be minimized. Let's try the macro. You saw it was very fast. Let's add the application restore command. Let's test. You have seen that it has completed all the operations and eventually restored the application. Let's enter the application menu command. We save. Let's test. You have seen the application menu highlighted. Now we apply a text command. The text parameter is proposed, which by default has the value text to apply. Let's replace the text we want to write. Please do not delete the quotes. Let's try the macro. He did, but since the menu was active, the first character was eaten. We cancel the activation of the menu and test the script again. You saw that he applied it well. Let's try again. Perfect. Each command has its own parameters. In the case of the text, we have seen that it has the text parameter, and as a default value it has the text to apply, which can be seen as a suggestion. You see we have the message command with a parameter which is the message to display. The same is the confirm command. Copy has no parameters. Cut has no parameters. Keyboard. The keyboard is very important because it is the simulation of pressing a key from the keyboard, and has a number of parameters. We apply the keyboard and we go to modify the default parameters. Let's imagine we want to simulate pressing the key combination Ctrl+A. Then in key I put a. Alt I leave it off because it must not be active. Against put on because it must be active. Shift must be off because it must not be active. It only needs to be pressed once. And the window activation parameters must be empty. Let's try the macro. You saw that he wrote and then selected everything by pressing Ctrl+A with the keyboard. Let's go see other commands. If we want to apply a macro, we have to put the name of the macro. If we want to apply a macro with the mouse command, we have to say what kind of operation it has to do and the positioning of the mouse in X and Y. We have the brakes, which applies a pause in milliseconds. The script is a fairly advanced function that we will see later when we go to see the various workspaces in detail. Thank you.